Senate Intelligence Committee Chairman Pat Roberts remarked, "What concerns me most is what appears to be a campaign of press leaks by the CIA in an effort to discredit the president." A former CIA analyst who now works in another government post and asked not to be named told me, "Langley is predominantly liberal. I would also describe it as too close to the foreign policy establishment. A lot of them came from universities where the foreign relations departments tend to be liberal. That is how a lot of them get hired. Someday they want to be college professors and members of the Council on Foreign Relations. They basically do not want to be seen as knuckle-draggers. The temptation is to do what the mainstream wants them to do." A White House aide echoed this sentiment. "You have to remember, Langley is like a college faculty, and all that means politically." What it means, in the words of Senator John McCain, a member of a blue-ribbon committee that investigated CIA shortfalls, is that the CIA is a rogue agency. Otto Reich, a Cuban-born diplomat who has dedicated his career to opposing Fidel Castro, has also spent years battling the CIA's soft approach toward the dictator. Reich told me, "There were rogue elements in the CIA who did not like Bush foreign policy and did not like Bush people. I think they really have some folks who are patriotic officers who will risk their lives, and they have some liberal professors who believe they are at Harvard and not at Langley." While CIA bureaucrats have anonymously attacked Bush administration figures through leaks to the press, the CIA was docile during the Clinton years and even, according to one inside source, punished conservative analysts. Brian Littell, a national intelligence officer for Latin America, stands as an example. He briefed the Senate Foreign Relations Committee in 1993 on ousted Haitian leader Jean-Bertrand Aristide's mental state. Republican Senator Jesse Helms used Littell's testimony to bash Clinton, who wanted to restore Aristide to power. Littell found himself transferred to the Center for the Study of Intelligence, from where he retired. "Many of my colleagues laid low or took foreign assignments in 1993 and 1994 to escape the crackdown on conservatives in the agency," the former analyst said. The irony to Littell and to other conservatives is that liberals, longtime foes of CIA operations in the Cold War and Vietnam, have embraced the agency as the internal opposition organ to Bush. Just like a college campus, Langley has produced its share of leftist eccentrics. Perhaps the most notable is Ray McGovern, a peace activist who has committed his retirement years to railing against President Bush. He has joined the ranks of professors who write and say that the September 11th attacks were an inside job orchestrated by the government. McGovern served as a senior analyst at the CIA, so senior that he delivered the president's daily brief to both the Reagan and George H.W. Bush White Houses. McGovern had access to America's most secret secrets. Fast forward 20 years, and you find this same fellow at a September 2006 peace rally in Washington. "Is there a cover-up? Yes. The question is, what's being covered up?" McGovern said of September 11th. "Why do you think the vice president let that plane, or whatever it was, hit the Pentagon?" With that statement, McGovern added to conspiracy theorists' argument that the government planned the attack, or willingly allowed it to happen, and left open the possibility that something other than American Flight 77 hit the Pentagon. McGovern is not the only ex-CIA analyst who spreads conspiracy theories. Another is Bill Christensen, who had been a CIA analyst during the Vietnam War. Christensen joined McGovern in convening a group of former Langley people who disliked Bush. He said that he had studied footage of the gaping hole in the Pentagon and decided an airliner almost certainly did not hit the Pentagon. The building was thus presumably hit by something smaller, possibly a missile or a drone, or less possibly, a smaller manned aircraft. Christensen said that the World Trade Center and an adjacent building were not in fact brought down by two airliners, as the commission found. All three were most probably destroyed by controlled demolition charges placed in the buildings before 9/11. The name of the group Christensen and McGovern founded is Veteran Intelligence Professionals for Sanity. Christensen told me he wants the United Nations to investigate September 11th and wants President Bush charged as a criminal. "I think he and Cheney should both be simultaneously impeached for war crimes, for being responsible for something on the order of 650,000 Iraqi deaths because of his support of Israel, for supporting the killing of many Palestinians and many Lebanese, and for lying in order to get the people of this country to support invading Iraq," he said. A favorite tactic. At the White House.